Thanks to our friends at The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/ASYM for the top 10 stocks to buy right now. One of the companies I have long thought had a lot of potential to grow into a very niche market is GoPro. The company came onto the scenes thinking that it was going to be not only an action camera company, but also make drones, 3D cameras, editing software, become a media business, do all kinds of things. That obviously didn't happen. But over the last few years, the company has really honed in on what it is as a company, and the newly announced Hero 12 Black product I think is a great step in the right direction. I want to go over a few of the features and what might make this a big holiday gift. And this is the holiday season is when GoPro generates most of its sales. So this is a very key time of the year for GoPro. And I think there's a possibility that the company does really well. That's what I want to go through today. My name's Travis Hoyam. Thanks for watching Asymmetric Investing. Please subscribe here on YouTube for all my content. And if you like this video, check out my newsletter, Asymmetric Investing, in the show notes. And I want to go right to the release that came out this morning as I'm recording. This is the announcement for GoPro. And one thing that I want to highlight is that this product is going to be in stores on September 13th. So as I'm recording, it's the 6th. That's a week from now. That's actually pretty early for GoPro getting their holiday devices into stores. So that is a great sign. But what I was really impressed by were the features the company is including in this product. I want to start with the $399 price point. GoPro has gone back and forth on what the right price point is for their cameras, but it seems like they've really stuck on the $399 price point for the high-end product. And they're also not giving away their streaming services or their subscription anymore. GoPro also is leaning into incorporating itself with working with other devices, I think, a lot better than they were a few years ago. One of the things that stuck out to me in the video is support for Apple AirPods and other Bluetooth headsets. If you've ever used a GoPro, even when they had the voice commands, it was kind of difficult to use. And so they've really answered that by saying, well, you just put your AirPods in, you can actually narrate on top of a video, or if you have a camera on the outside of a car or something like that, you can actually say start recording or take a picture. I think that's a really great feature for them to incorporate into the GoPro. I'll just go through a couple of the features. The wireless time code sync. Basically, this means you could have multiple GoPros on a camera, on a plane, doing some sort of recording out in the field, and you can actually sync them together and then do your editing in a camera mode. So that is, I think, is a great feature for people who are editing videos. There's a wide angle modification. They call that the Max Lens 2.0. That's $100, but you can actually change the lens on the camera. So again, another interesting thing that GoPro is starting to do is move into not only the mods, they've been doing that for a little while now, but actually modifications like you would have on a professional camera. So really leaning into that. I think one of the things that we don't appreciate a lot as consumers looking at GoPro is these aren't just used by people who are going skiing or surfing, something like that, doing that on their own. This is actually used by professional videographers, by sports leagues. There are GoPros doing very professional videos that you may not think of. So they're starting to incorporate some of these tools that professionals are probably demanding and giving them the ability to incorporate them relatively easily and cheaply. I mentioned the support for AirPods and other Bluetooth devices, stabilization, and actually this 360-degree horizontal lock was really interesting. It will actually lock the camera at the horizontal line, and then the person is actually moving in the shot. So I thought that was a really fascinating thing. They're also leaning into these different aspect ratios. So a versatile 8:7 aspect ratio. That's not really something that you hear a lot about, but what it does, it gives you the flexibility to create a 16:9 video or a TikTok style video, so a vertical camera video. That's really what they're doing, is leaning into all kinds of different camera options and editing options. And that, I think, is really at the heart of the changes in this camera specifically, is giving creators the ability to not just quickly post something with the Quick app, but actually take it into professional editing tools and post it on social media. That's where GoPro can really lean into their advantages. They do have a vertical capture mode. There's simplified controls. You can even set up a timer to, let's say, turn the GoPro on to capture the sunrise. This is an image of that lens housing I was talking about earlier, but you can see that they're really just modifying on the same form factor that they've been using for a few years now. So something that people are comfortable with, something that they might have accessories for already. and now just giving more capabilities in this device. Now, the challenge for GoPro is getting to a point where it has a sustainable business model. And this has really been the issue for the company since it came public. This is the 10-year chart of revenues and net income for GoPro. You can see that revenue has really stagnated at about this $1 to $1.2 billion range. Net income has been really all over the place. These years here in 2016 through about 2018 or 2019 were really plagued by products that didn't meet customers' needs, and then they had a bunch of inventory problems as a result. Like I said, the holiday quarter is very important for GoPro, so that's why we had these losses here. But then they kind of found their footing over the last few years. Not necessarily consistent net income, but you can see that they're at least near break even, trying to get that cost structure down to a more appropriate level. And there's potentially some upside here for the stock. There is $180 million worth of debt, but on the balance sheet, there's $270 million worth of cash. And so the total enterprise value is just $445 million. That's not that bad for a company that's generating over $1 billion in revenue, if they can get their product lineup right. Now, the challenge for GoPro has always been, how do you get customers to come back again and again? The subscription business continues to grow, but is not reaching a size that really gives them a lot of scale. The GoPro camera isn't really something that you come back to year after year after year. So I think they really need to lean into this niche, but they have to get their product right first. And I think that's really what they've done well with this product in 2023. They also got it out on time. That is very important because it's going to be in stores and hopefully in stock for holiday season. $400 price point is going to be accessible for at least a lot of people giving gifts this holiday. So if you're a GoPro investor, I think the upside is that the third and fourth quarters are going to be blowout quarters. GoPro seems to at least have gotten its product lineup right now, and now the stores are going to be filled with product, hopefully for the third and fourth quarter. So the hope would be that results are going to be really solid over the next 4 months or so. And if that happens, the company continues to buy back stock. I think this is a stock that really could do really well over the next year or two. I don't own it, but is on my watch list just because it's gotten so cheap. But what do you think about GoPro right now? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to Asymmetric Investing. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you here next time.